Hello students, welcome and let's solve the last predictor paper. See, this I have to record it on the laptop because as I mentioned in my post that I couldn't, there was a network issue. Okay, so if the issue was such a big issue that I couldn't even get PPTs on that board. Okay, so finally I decided in the evening to record it on the laptop because see, tomorrow is the last day and then on 8 you people have examination. Okay, so the quality might not be that good, but okay, the purpose is to discuss the paper and discuss with you the method, and those who would have tried the method, they will come to know how accurate is their method and their answer, though answer key I have already shared in my post there. Okay, so let's start quickly and it will be a quick discussion. Okay, and not a live one, so I won't say until this you stop me and ask me the doubts. Okay, anyways, let's do it quickly. So the value of sine of tan inverse x. Of course, what we do here is we will try to express tan inverse x in terms of sine. And how do we do it? So we assume it to be p, and then we say x is nothing but tan p, and then all of you know it. Okay, so as I always say, but still I will discuss it. So that's P, and take help of right angle triangle. Tan P is X, so opposite side by base, so hypotenuse is under root of 1 plus X square. So therefore now, can't we write sine of P? Of course we can write. In the same triangle, it's opposite side upon hypotenuse, so it's X square. I'm really sorry, under root of 1 plus X square. So therefore, sine inverse of P. Okay, so here P is nothing but sine inverse of x upon under root of 1 plus x square. Isn't that bacho? So sine inverse of P, because we assumed to replace tan inverse x by P here. Okay, so now what do we get? So it's nothing but sine inverse of uh, um, um, sine of, I'm sorry, it's sine of. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So sine of sine inverse of x upon under root. So we all know x sine and sine inverse will get cancelled, and D option is the correct option. So that was just a 1 mark per question. Moving to the next one, the direction cosines of the line segment joining. See, we know if we are given 2 points, then it's x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Okay, so these are the drs. So therefore dc's है ना, तो dc's क्या हो जाते हैं बच्चों? dc's हैं when you divide drs by under root of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, so first let me write here what are the drs here. So drs will be x2 minus x1, बोले तो 4 plus 2 is 6, then 3 minus 1 is 2, and then minus 5 minus 3, isn't that? So dc's will be 6 by under root of a square plus b square, 40, and then 49, so 49. Similarly 2 by root 49. Similarly 3 by root 49. Acha, one more thing. Okay, see, when you convert dr to dc's, we divide by a plus or minus. We have to maintain the same sign, so either or should be positive. So 6 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7, or all might be negative. So we'll be dividing either by 7 or by minus 7. Okay, so in that case, that should be the answer. Okay, since all are negative. So minus 6 by 7, minus 2 by 7, minus 3 by 7. So that was the only purpose of taking up this question. Moving to the third one, evaluate this integral. I strongly believe all of you know how to do it. Okay, so integral is it's dx over 3 times sine square x plus 4. See, whenever you have just the even power combination of sine and cos, what do? We divide, we convert. Actually, we try to convert denominator in terms of tan. So to get it, we divide by cos square. Okay, so since the power of sine is even, and then 4 into sine raised power 0, which is again even. So if you divide both numerator and denominator by cos square, you get sec square in numerator, and then 3 times tan square x plus 4 times sec square x, and I will write sec square x as 1 plus tan square x, and then we know what to do. So you got everything in the denominator in terms of tan here. So it's 7 tan square x, so 7 tan square x plus 4, and then if we replace tan x by t, its derivative is sitting in the numerator with dx, so we get dt sec square x dx, and this is nothing but 4 plus 7. So 7, if I take common, t square plus 4 by 7. Okay, now what do? We compare it with x square plus a square, and I believe all of you must be knowing it. It's something like by tan inverse of x by a. I think it's 1 by a here. Okay, that you can check. Okay, we can easily derive it, but I'm not interested in deriving it. You all must and should know these results. Which results? Like similar result: dx upon x square plus a square, dx upon x square minus a square, dx over under root of x square minus a square, dx over under root of x square plus a square, dx over under root of. So these are few results which all of you must and should remember. Okay, without any fail. So chaliye, moving to the next one, given a skew symmetric matrix. So is that a skew symmetric matrix? Um, Okay, given this is a skew symmetric matrix, we have to find a plus b plus c whole square. See, in a skew symmetric matrix, of course, all diagonal elements must be zero. So b has to be zero first. And second is the aij. So AJI should be equal to minus times AIJ. So if this is minus 1, its corresponding position. So its position is बच्चों A21, second row, first column. So its corresponding mirror image position will be A12. So if A21 is minus 1, then A12 should be its negative, which is plus 1. So hence A is 1. Similarly, C and 1, they are mirror images because this is A32 and this is A23. So A23 should is 1. So therefore A32 should be minus 1, which is C. Okay, so A is 1, C is minus 1, so it's 0. So answer is 0. Isn't that what you? Fine. Moving to the next one, the rate of change of a volume of a sphere with respect to its surface area when the radius is okay. Okay, the volume of the sphere. See, volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and area, surface area is 4 pi r square. Okay, so I believe you all must be knowing all these results. Okay, so now what we have to find, the rate of change of volume of a sphere with respect to the surface area, with respect to the surface area. Okay, so if I say let's try to find out dv by dr. So I'm using, you see, try to understand, it's like parametric form. Do you remember, if I say x is some function of r and y is another function of r, and then if you are asked to find dy by dx, what do? We differentiate the function g of r with respect to r and divide it by derivative of x, which is f of r, with respect to r. The same thing I am going to do here. Why? Because we need dv by dA. So I will write dv by dr divided by dA by dr. I believe all of you will agree with me, isn't that? Now that's a very simple case now. So now dV by dA is volume change. Volume is 4 by 3. So its derivative with respect to r is, so r3 will get cancelled. It's a 4 pi r square, isn't that? And then derivative of a with respect to is 8 pi r. Pi gets cancelled. This is 2 and this is r by 2, and at the moment when r is 4, so 4 by 2 is this thing, so centimeter cube by centimeter square, because the unit of volume is cube and square. Okay, area is square. Okay, so that's it, question number 6. So that's it. And then we know, say, two matrices are equal when their corresponding elements are equal. So x minus y is minus 1, 2x plus z is 5, and then all of us, I will say, can easily solve it. So we have to just solve it. So I'm not going to do it, but we can easily solve by using elimination, substitution, whichever method you want, you can solve it. Okay, use it. Moving to the next one, if set A is a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, R be a relation in A given by. So what does that mean? R goes from, is a relation from A to A, isn't that? So R is defined as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. See, since you have the images, self images of all elements of set A, 1, 1 hai, because there are 4 elements in set A, you have images, self images of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hence, it is reflexive for sure. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 1. So mirror images. So that means abhi tak ye symmetric bhi hai, but 3, 1. 3, 1, its corresponding mirror image 1 comma 3 is not there, so that means not symmetric. So then r is reflexive. So चलिए यही खत्म हो जाता है ना, it can't be symmetric, it can't be transitive. Okay, that you can check. And since you got in the very first option as reflexive, you won't even check the other option. Okay, चलिए. So now this that's it. So what will you do? See, there's a very important result, and I think in our previous predictor papers we have already discussed it. So what's the result, bacho? It is e raised power x into fx integral, isn't that? So if you can, if you see here, so I can write it as e raised power x into 1 minus cot x. Okay, minus cot x plus cosec. हाँ ठीक है. So if I write 1 minus cot x, so if I take it as function f of x, okay, then its derivative will be plus cosec square x. Why so? Because derivative of cot x is minus cosec square, isn't that? So that's the function. So the simple answer is e raised power x into fx. So 1 minus cot x. Okay, so one marker question. We don't need to do anything else. We just need answer, and that's the answer, bachcho. Okay. I believe all of you would have understood. Now see, that's a very simple direct question. Given you remember the method of substitution, the most important method for indefinite integral. Okay, so here if I replace tan inverse x by t, that's what we do in method of substitution, isn't that? Then it's derivative, and that's the key. If you find the derivative of the function which you are replacing by t along with dx to be replaced within the integral, so dx upon 1 by x squared to be replaced with dt, and that's it. So the integral is simply t dt, and then when x is 0, okay, when x is 0, so tan inverse 0 is 0, and when x is 1, tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4, if I'm not wrong, isn't that? 0 to pi by 4, and t dt, so it's t square by 2, 0 to pi by 4, okay, so it's pi square by 32, or pi square by 32, right? So that should be the answer to the 9th question. Moving to the 10th one, for the differential equation, which form of differential equation is it? Isn't that variable separable form, bacho? So that's our variable separable form, where I will write dy by y cube. So separating the variable and ex dx, and nothing more than that. So we can easily integrate. Okay, then the value of minus 1 by 2y squared, that you can integrate, because that's what you are going to get here. Okay, its integral will be minus half y squared, which is going to be e raised power x plus c, isn't that? A and b are symmetric matrices of the same order. Then what about a into b? So symmetric matrices, what does that mean? That its transpose is A, and B is symmetric, so B transpose is B. Okay, so what about AB? So see, if you have to check whether a matrix is symmetric or not, the only thing which you can use, which we should use, is the definition. So assume it to be C, and then check C dash. C dash is nothing but AB dash. So which is by property B dash A dash, isn't that? But B dash is B and A dash is A, so that's it. So if B C dash is okay, okay, so we can't say, isn't that? Why so? See, if this would have been symmetric, so C dash has to be same as C, but C is AB, whereas C dash is BA. So it's not given that they are following the product. We all know that product of matrices may not follow the commutative property. We can't say. Okay, now let's move to A minus B. So again, I will say let C be A minus B. Okay, so C dash is A dash minus B dash, which is A minus B, which is C. So A minus B is a symmetric matrix. Now that's not the option, because it's given that it's a skew symmetric matrix. Now AB plus BA, I think that this will help, isn't that? Why? Because see, AB, when you took transpose of AB, you got BA. When you will take transpose of BA, you will get AB. But since addition commute, okay, addition, like P plus Q is same as Q plus P. Okay, so hence you will get back this one. So C should be the correct answer, bacho, isn't that? So moving to the 12th question, find the area bounded by the x-axis and the curve. Now that's one curve, and the ordinates this and this. So how will the curve look like? Achha, one thing. Even if we don't draw the curve, see, y is always positive. The minimum value y takes is 1, and as x goes to infinity, it approaches 1. Okay, and as x goes to, so if I just draw it, 1 plus 8, as x goes to 0, it goes to infinity. Okay, so something like this. Now the question is that you have to find it between x is equal to 1 and 2. So even if, see, this is y is equal to 1, this has nothing to do with the bounded area, isn't that, bachcho? So see, even if we don't draw it, but I always say that if it's a subjective, it's a MCQ, okay, then we can do it without even drawing it. So the area will be simply integral. The x goes from 1 to 2. So the limit of x along the x-axis, the extent of the region along the x-axis is from 1 to 2. So limit is from 1 to 2. And then it's 1 plus 8 by x squared dx, and just integrate and we get the answer. Okay. But it's always preferable to draw the figure, show the region. Not again, I will repeat, need not to do here, because it's just a one marker question. What matters is the final answer. Nothing else matter. Okay. Even if you don't show anything, don't write anything, you just mark the answer, you will get the 1 mark. Okay, no doubt about it. But if this would have been a 2 mark or 3 mark question, you can't do it without drawing the appropriate figure and shading the region. Okay, so 13, find the angle between the unit vectors this and this, given that magnitude of a cap plus b cap, b cap, a cap, both they are unit vectors, is equal to 1. So what will we do? See, we all know that magnitude of a vector whole square is nothing but the dot product with itself, isn't that? So it's dot product with itself. So what now, we know dot product gets distributed over addition and subtraction. So a dot a, this is magnitude of a whole square, which is 1. Similarly, b dot b, which is magnitude of b whole square, which is again 1, and 2 times a dot b. Okay, now this is again 1. So 1 gets cancelled. So minus 1 is equal to 2 times magnitude of vector A, magnitude of dot product cos theta, and theta is the angle between them. So this is all again 1. So cos theta is minus half. Okay, so how much is theta? And see, when we talk about angle between two vectors, we should know either the angle can be acute or it can be obtuse. There's no third option. I mean, it can't exceed pi by 3. So it's a negative. That means it has to be in cos theta is negative. It has to be an angle in the second quadrant. So again, I will just brief it quickly here. So to get an angle in the second quadrant, what we do, like if the first quadrant angle is theta, the corresponding angle in second quadrant pi minus theta, in third angle quadrant is pi plus theta, and in fourth quadrant is 2 pi minus theta. Okay, so the answer is pi minus pi by 3, because in first quadrant cos theta is half and theta is pi by 3. So answer should be 2 pi by 3. Isn't that, Bacho? So that's the answer here. Now moving to the fourth one, evaluate this. I think no problem in it. See, we will be using the property x square into sine x. Look at the limits here, limit from minus a to a. So whenever indefinite integral, you find the limit from minus a to a, the first thing you check is whether the function is an even function or odd function. Basically we check for odd function, and here we should remember that sine x is an odd function, and product of even, and this is of course an even function. Okay, product of even and odd makes it an odd function, and integral from minus a to a fx, if fx is an odd function, is nothing but 0. So answer should be 0 here. Okay, now moving to 15th, if A is a square matrix, then 3 dot A. Okay, see, here you all should remember that if P is any scalar, any number, and you multiply a matrix by P and then take its determinant, so the answer will be P raised to the power n if A is a n cross n square matrix, and then into determinant A. Okay, so it will be, it's a 3 cross matrix, is 27A. So 27 times determinant of A. So I took up this question just to recall, remind the property here. Okay, now this is the next one, then determine dy by dx. So I think that we all can do it, isn't that? Or what shall we do? Shall we go for actually let's try dy by dx. Okay, so if I just go for direct, see, there are two choices. First, you differentiate it directly. Second choice can be you take log here, and taking log to the base e both the side. So first, what shall we do? Shall I take log here? Let me just do it. So ln of x raised power m y raised power n is equal to ln of x plus y whole raised power m plus n. Using log property, we know that the power over the input, so that appears outside as product, and log of a into b is nothing but log a plus log b. So ln of x raised power m plus ln of y raised to the power n is equal to m plus n times ln of x plus y. So it is m ln x plus n ln y is equal to m plus n ln times ln of x plus y. Now if we differentiate, see, that's what I thought, just thought to use here. So let's differentiate. So it will be m by x plus n by y dy by dx is equal to m plus n over x plus y into derivative of 1 x plus y is 1 plus dy by dx. Okay, so if we collect the term of dy by dx, so seems to be a bit lengthy one, this one also. So essentially m by x, this is not n, m by x plus dy by dx. So if I just collect the term here, so it's n by y and minus m plus n over x plus y is equal to m plus n over x plus y minus m by x. Let's see, does it help? I mean, do we get anything in the form in which we have option here? So this, I took it that side. So dy by dx, that's what basically we need. If I take LCM, so nx plus ny. So ny and minus ny gets cancelled. Great. So nx minus my upon y into x plus y is equal to, here again it's mx and mx gets cancelled. Nice. Nx minus my upon x into x plus y. Oh, really, we are really lucky in that case, isn't that? So dy by dx. So it worked. It worked with you. Taking ln helped us. So y by x should be the answer. Okay, so that's one. See, you can try solving directly also. I mean, just differentiating both the side, and it may again. I can't see it happening. That's why I try to take log. Okay, but it may happen that you get it even lesser number of steps, or it may take few more steps also. So that you need to do and then check it out yourself. Now moving to 17 question. A card is picked at random from a pack of 52 playing cards. Given that the picked card is a queen, given it is a queen card, the probability of this card to be a card of a spade. Okay, see how many queen cards we have. See, it's a total, it's a conditional probability of getting spade when it is given that you already have a queen. So when it's a conditional probability, the event which has already occurred is a sample space. What's the sample space? Sample space is queen. How many queens we have? We have four queens, isn't that? Out of these four queens, there's only exactly one spade queen. All of you know that that combination of cards, isn't that, Bachon? So what does that mean? So there's only one favorable card of spade, that is a queen of spade out of four queens. So answer should be 1 by 4. I believe all of you would have got it. 18. The order and degree of the differential equation respectively is an R. See, first cross multiply, so it's rho times d2y by dx2 is equal to 1 plus dy by dx whole square raised to the power 3 by 2. See, order is never a problem because the highest order derivative, that's what I say, the highest order derivative that exists in an differential equation, is the order of the differential equation. So the highest order derivative we see is the second order derivative. So order is 2 for sure. What about degree? See, degree is defined only when all derivative terms. How many derivative terms we have? We have two derivative terms, second order and first order. So we have two derivative terms. All derivative terms should be comparable with the term of a polynomial. But if you put a term within this power 3 by 2 fractional power, can we compare it with the term of polynomial? Answer no, but then we can convert it. How? Squaring both the sides. So you can write rho square d2y by dx2 whole square is equal to 1 plus dy by dx whole square whole cube. Now, if you open this cube, won't the RHS give you the terms similar to the term of polynomial? Of course, yes. So in that case, how do we define degree? We define degree as the highest power of the highest order derivative. So there's only one term of highest order derivative, is the second order derivative, and its power is 2. So order and degree both should be 2 and 2 here. So that's question number 18. Assets and reason. Okay, we know if the function is increasing function, then BC is greater than AD. See, that we need to check by taking derivative. So derivative is e plus d e raised power minus x whole square. So that will be positive. Denominator has no role to play. Okay, because that's always square and it's positive. Okay, c times e raised power x plus d times e raised power minus x into derivative of numerator a times e raised power x minus b times e raised power minus x minus numerator times a derivative of denominator, which is c times e raised power x minus d times e raised power minus x, and that should be is an increasing function greater than equal to 0 for all x, I believe. Increasing if f dash x is greater than 0 for all x. See, now that's a bit of problem. See, if we go exactly by the definition, r should be false. Okay, because the function is increasing if f dash x is greater than equal to 0. Okay, strictly increasing if f dash x is greater than 0. Okay, that's what they mention in NCRT in books. So we need to follow it. Okay, so in that case, we have the answer without even checking the first option. So C1 should be the correct one. If anyone disagree with it and has a like, see, that might be a bit debatable. Okay, so if you want to discuss it, you can discuss it with the help of comment box once you go through this video. Okay, now see, now I don't need to do it. Otherwise, see, otherwise it's simple. Denominator has no role to play when you are solving an inequality because it's already positive. Okay, so when you multiply CA, that will be C into D will be minus BC, A into D will be plus AD because e raised power x into e raised power minus x. And then when you solve it with e raised power x, AC, e raised power x whole square, that will like cancel here. Okay, so I think this should be the correct one. BC is greater than AD. That we need to check, bacho. Greater than 0 minus BC. Wait, AD term, what will be the AD term here? Minus AD term. Plus AD term. And then it will be minus BC term. Increasing. Oh. Right, it's good that I checked it. Why so? Because see, उल्टा आ रहा है बच्चों. Right. See, since this is wrong, this can't be wrong. So that means, and see, they have used BC is greater than 80 or BC is less than 80. So um, then BC. I mean, ठीक है. Then we will accept it. Okay. That's what I said. It might be a bit debatable point here. Okay. But see, since this is for sure wrong because we are getting the reverse inequality. So in that case, I will say that this we will accept as a true one because there's no option which will say that both are wrong. Isn't that? So in that case, D option should be the correct option for 19th question. Ashasani, if a line makes angle alpha beta gamma with the positive direction of coordinate, then the value of sin square. I don't know what have they given. There's some missing term. See, we know cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. If a line makes alpha beta gamma angle with the respective axis, this is nothing but 1. L square plus m square plus n square is 1. Now you can convert cos square as 1 minus sin square alpha. So it's a one line derivation. Okay, so 1 minus sine square gamma is equal to 1. Take all those ones, so it should be 2 here. So if it's 2, then this is the correct reason also. Okay, so that means A option should be the correct one because from here only that's a universal statement, universally true statement, and from here only we derive it. Okay, so I will say that A option is the correct option if it at all is given to be 2. Okay, now moving to second question. Second section, 2 tan x minus 3 cot x whole square. See, if you have to integrate, say it's so simple. You just open it because see, if you have to integrate tan square, so what you'll do, see, we directly know the integral of sec square x. Isn't that what sec square x dx is tan x? Similarly, cosec square x is minus cot x. So I will just convert tan square x in terms of sec square and cot inverse x in terms of cosec square x. Okay, and when you multiply, so it's minus 12, I suppose, and then that's it, dx. So tan square x sec square x minus 1. Okay, so 4 times sec square x minus 4 plus 9 times cosec square x minus 9 minus 12 dx, and then we can do it. Okay, so as I always say, answer doesn't bother me. We need to understand and know the method here. Cos 2x, see, that's again a simple one. We have already done a similar one. I will write cot 2x. See, we have 2 sine square x. We have two possible rather 3 or maybe 4 possible ways of writing cos 2x using identity, but I will be using the tan square x because I can see here that it will help us in cancelling out the tan square x sine square x, I'm sorry, the sine square x term in the numerator. Okay, and then you are simply left with 1 by cos square x, which is sec square x dx, isn't that? And which is tan x, which is done. Now find the integrating factor. We had similar question in the previous one also, but still I selected it. Reason being it's a different, the second type of form. Okay, what is it? So x times some function of y is equal to q of y. If you cross multiply, so y into x is equal to 1 plus x. Dx by dy. Okay. Uh, it's 1 plus x, so that's not a d in that case. Okay, that is a I'm really sorry. Dx by dx, just bring x this side, not a problem. So y minus 1 times x is equal to 1, right? So integrating factor we know is e raised to the power integral of y minus 1 dy. And so it's e raised to power y square by 2 minus y and that's it, है ना? चलिए ठीक है. I just miss that we can bring it this side. Okay. So 23rd, two cars are drawn successively without replacement from a well shuffled 52 cars. Find the probability distribution number of a space. ठीक है, और P of X 0. अच्छा, that's the answer here. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, so we have to find the probability distribution of number of space. See, two cars are drawn. So since number of space that you can get will be represented by a random variable, because that's not specified here. Okay, so that's a variable here you may get. So since two cars are drawn, so either both none of them will be spade, or one can be spade, or both of them can be spade. Okay, so now if we just draw the probability distribution table here, so P of 0, so probability when x is 0, two without a replacement. Okay, without replacement. Now, when none of them is a spade, so how many spade cards are there? 13 are there. So that means you are selecting both the cards from your, like out of 39 remaining cards. So first one is 39 out of 52, and then the second one 38, and then 51. Okay, since there's no replacement. Okay, now for to get one card, so to get one card means, see, there are two ways. You get first card as spade card, so 13 by 52, and the second one is a non-spade card. How many non-spade card? 39 out of 51. Or you have first 39 by 52, you get a non-spade card, and then you get a spade card. Okay, and then it is 30 by 51, so it's two times actually. And then for the both the spade cards, so it's simply like 13 by 52, and then you are left with 12 spade cards out of 51, and that's it. Okay, see, if that's a correct probability distribution table, so we all know that sum of all this is probability should be 1. So 52 by into 51, that we need to, that you need to check bacho. Okay, whether we will get it or not. 52 by 51, if you add them all, you should get the answer, which is 1. Okay, so that's it. Because see, these are the just three possibilities. So sum of all the probabilities has to be 1. There's no other probability left. Nothing else is left, and they are even mutually exclusive cases. Either you will get 0 or 1 or 2. There's no intersection between any two of them, isn't that? So that's why I said the value of x for skew symmetric matrix. Oh, that got repeated. I'm really sorry. We have already done it, because this will match with -2. I would have missed that. Okay, I'm sorry, because that's a very direct answer. But more rather, the objective one was better one. Okay, now find the particular solution of the differential equation, which is e raised power x tan y dx plus 2 minus e raised to the power x sec square y dy equal to 0, given that y is equal to when x is 0. So given that when x is 0, the value of y is pi by 4, and that's again the answer. That's the answer. That you should check it, bacho, once we get it. Okay, so see again, it's a simple direct which type of differential equation, bacho? It's a simple direct variable separable form, है ना? So bring it this side. So e raised power x upon e raised power x minus 2 dx, and this is sec square y by tan y dy, and then integrating it. So in the left hand side, if I replace e raised power minus x by t, so you have simply dt, because derivative of e raised power x is e raised power x dx by t. Similarly, in the right hand side also, if I replace tan y by z, so it's dz by z, and then you integrate, put the value. See, once you integrate it, okay, and then you put the value, so you'll be replacing x by, so here t. So चलिए थोड़ा सा यदि करें तो e raised power x minus 2 mod is ln of mod of tan y plus c. Now when x is 0, so x is 0, so e raised power 0 is 1, so 1 minus 2 is minus 1, mod is 0, and then ln of tan of pi by 4, tan pi by 4 is y is pi by 4, tan pi by 4, 1 ln 1 is 0, so 0, so c is 0. Okay, so simple. So tan y is e raised power x minus 2, and then hence the answer e raised power x plus tan y minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus sign का कुछ गड़बड़ है, हो सकता है आंसर में भी गड़बड़ हो, not a problem. Isn't that? I don't find any problem anywhere else. Isn't that? ठीक है, चलिए done. So find the shortest distance between the lines. We have already seen it. See, and the last predictor paper also, last paper also, we discussed that formula, and for me it's I use the combination of vector and scalar form. I mean vector and Cartesian form here, a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 This is determinant divided by cross product of the direction vector of both the lines. So if this is B1 vector, direction vector of first line, direction vector of second line. Okay, yeah. So B1 vector cross B2 vector mod. And then of course, if we get somehow, anyhow, if we get negative value, we'll take its positive value because it's a distance. Okay. Now what is x2, x1, y2, y1, z2, z1? So x2, x1, y2, y1, z1 are the coordinates of the fixed point to which the line is passing. So this is line L1. So if the fixed point to which it passes is the scalar coefficients of I cap, j cap, k cap, isn't that 1, 2, and -4? And that's your direction vector. I already said that. And then that's the another fixed point to which the second line pass, and whose coordinates are 3, 3, -5. So you just put the value a1, b1, c1. a1, b1, c1 you get from the direction vector. So b1 vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. So a1, b1, c1 is, see, of course, this b1 and b1 vector are two very different things. Okay, but I'm not going to change the notation. Okay, and similarly, there's the direction vector for the second. So that will give you a2, b2, c2, which will be -2, 3, 8. So that's the DRs of the second line. So just use these things in the formula written in front of you. You all must be knowing it. Okay, that's a very simple direct question if you get it, and most probably you will get such a question in the examination. Okay, so it's a 3-marker question, and just use the result and get the answer. So evaluate this. So that's another one. See, in the next either or, there are two possible cases. So what do we do? Um, uh, Sine 2x. Okay, see, yeah. Sine 2x has give us two choices here. Sine 2x can be written as, see, I will start the direction from where we get it. So sine x plus cos x whole square. So it is sine square plus cos square, which is 1 plus 2 sine x cos x sine 2x. Okay. So from here you can write sine 2x as sine x plus cos x whole square minus 1. Okay. Now what's the second option? Second option is if you open sine x minus cos x whole square. So it is 1 minus 2, again sine square plus cos square is 1 minus 2 sine cos x minus sine 2x. So from here, if you wish, you can write sine 2x as 1 minus sine x minus cos x whole square. I think all of you will agree. See, which one are we going to use? We are going to use that one whose derivative is sitting in the numerator, and of course this is the one, because derivative of sine plus cos is cos minus sine. So we'll reverse the sign here. So therefore, I will write my integral as minus times cos x minus sine x over under root of sine 2x to be replaced by this. So sine x plus cos x whole square minus 1 dx. Now all of you know what are we going to do. I'll replace sine x plus cos x by t here. So I is derivative of, so in numerator you have the derivative directly and t square minus 1, and then you know its result. You all must be knowing result, should know the result, I will say. If you don't know it, you still have 1-2 days with you. Recall, remember, revise all the formula, all the results. Okay. Now here what do? We will replace x by cos 2 theta, a times cos 2 theta. Okay, so dx will be nothing but minus 2a sine 2 theta d theta. So now moving to the next slide. So it's a minus 2a, right? So a minus x under root of a minus a cos 2 theta. See, cos 2 theta is one thing which can get simplified whether you add a constant to it or subtract a constant to it. Okay, and here we have 2 sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta d theta. So it is minus 2a times. So now a, let me do it quickly. A common, a cancel कर देते हैं ना, common लेके. So this is 1 minus cos 2 theta. So I will write cos 2 theta as 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So it's 2 sine square theta upon, similarly here 1 plus 2 2 cos square theta minus 1. So it will be left with 2 cos square theta. So it's 2 gone, and this is sine 2 theta. So it's minus 2a times sine theta. So though we should put mod, but it's an indefinite integral, we don't need to put any mod here, and 2 sine theta cos theta, and we are done. So it's minus 4a times sine square theta. So I'll say minus 2a times 2 sine square theta. And I will again go back to cos 2 theta identity. So we say 2 sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta. Now integral is direct simple. Okay. We are done. Moving to 28 questions graphically. So z and then this is less than, this is less than. And as I always say, I think we don't need to do it because then you all know less than, see, linear equation or linear inequality for less than equal to 0. So if you just try to simplify it, so that's why I said it will be more calculative. So this will be somewhere 9 here and this will be somewhere 5 here. So let's say that's the first line, and see, as I told you in my previous questions while discussing the papers, that in LPP you will always be a condition such that x and y lie in the first quadrant, x positive, y positive. You don't need to go beyond the first quadrant, but as I always say, whenever you draw a line, always mark it which equation, what equation does it represent. So it's equal to 26. Okay, similarly, the other line will be x is 6 and y is 10. So let's say this is 10 here, this is 6 here. So line will be something like this. Okay, so this is 5x plus 3y is equal to 30. Now see, if the coefficient of y is positive and we are solving for less than 0, so that means the region will be, the shaded region should be the region below the line, and we are solving for greater than 0 should be above the line, so below the line. So which region is the common region in that case? So below both the lines, so that's the common region here. Okay, so that's it. So how many corner points we get? 1, 2, we know it. This is 6 comma 0 if I'm not wrong. This is, we all know, 0 comma 0, and this is again already marked 0 comma 5, not 0 comma 5, 26 by 5. Okay, we have to find this point, and how do we do it? By solving these two equations simultaneously, बच्चों. So that's what we need to do. वो आपको करना पड़ेगा. If I try 5, 4, 26, 2 comma 4, 10, and 20. No, it didn't work. Sorry. Okay. 5 and 3. 5 and 3. Yeah. That also didn't work. No. The next thing I tried was x is 3 and y is 5. No. Chaliye, that you can try. Okay. And then what do we do? That's the objective function. So let's say you try to get the value. We have to maximize, isn't it? So get the value of at x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. There are 4 corner points. Whichever value gives you the maximum value will be the maximum, of course, the maximum value of the objective function. And don't forget to mention the point at which you get it. Let's say you get it at this point, which is x2, comma y2. So you'll say the maximum value is so and so at the point x2, comma y2, whatever the coordinates be. Okay, so moving to 29 question, consider this. Find the value of k if fx is a continuous function. See, it's a very simple direct question. If fx is a continuous function at x is equal to 5, okay, at x is equal to 5, so what happens is LHL Archer, you will go for left hand limit, and left hand limit says that limit x tends to 5 from the left hand side, and the function is 3x minus 8. I think it is going to get hanged here. Okay, the PPT. So, but I will continue as much as I can because I can't stop it in between now. So that's our LHL. RHL is, so RHL is limit x tends to 5 from the right hand side, and on the right hand side of 5 it's 2k. Okay, so it's gone. Chaliye, very good. Very good. So so fx and RHL. So LHL was minus 8, and you all saw that. So x tends to 5 from the right hand side, and on the right hand side is 2k. Okay, and this has to be minus 8 since there's no x here, so it's mean 2k, which is minus 8, so k has to be minus 4. That's a very simple direct question. Now find the values of n. So the function defined is continuous, so of course no one will go for a b1 if you get these two as an option. Okay, but that's what I got in one of the sample papers. See, it's not a single sample paper. I selected questions from several many sample question papers, okay, and prepared this paper so as to get the make the balance and the expected type of questions. Okay, so that was the basic purpose of selecting the question. Okay, anyway, so x is less than 4. When x is less than 4, so of course we'll be replacing mod of x minus 4 by minus times x minus 4. Okay, so LHL at x is equal to 4 will be limit x tends to 4 from the negative side, and as I said, from the negative side it will be minus x minus 4, so minus 1 plus a, so it's a minus 1. And if we talk about RHL, so x is greater than 4, it will be 1, so it will be 1 plus b. I'm doing it directly. Okay, so now a plus 1 is equal to a plus b, so b is minus 1, and similarly 1 plus b is also equal to b plus a, so a is 1. So what do we need to do? A and B. So A is 1, B is minus 1. That's it. चलिए. So n be the certain defined by x plus 4y is equal to 10. Check here whether R is reflexive, symmetric, or transitive. See, for reflexive, what do we need to do? So see, it's a 3 marker question. So just write this thing. For reflexive, x should be related to x for all x belonging to the set of natural number, because n r is a relation which goes from n to n, natural number to natural number. Okay. Now see, if that has to be the case, because x is related to y, this is given in the question only when this relation get followed. So x plus 4y is equal to 10. So is it always possible that for every x you get it? So x plus 4x is equal to 10, and is it possible for all x belonging to natural number? Answer is of course not, because there's only one x which follows, only one x, such x. Okay, what does that mean? That means out of all infinite natural number, there's only one which has this mirror image, a self image, x comma x. Okay, so it's not reflexive. Is it symmetric? Of course it can't be symmetric. Why? Is because see, if y is to be related to x, see, how do we check for, what do we do for symmetric? So I will write it here. For symmetric, what do we do? We say let x related to y. Now what does that mean? X plus 4y is equal to 10. Now does that imply y related to x? Because this y related to x should imply y plus 4x is equal to 10. Now see, is it possible that the same x and y satisfy both the equation for every pair of x comma y? Answer is no. Answer is no. Okay, so let's say if I put x as 1, rather 2, so you'll get some y. So let's do x as 2, so y is also 2. Okay, so that gets satisfied, really good. X is 4, then, oh, okay, natural number. Okay, x is 6, so y is 1. So 6, no, that doesn't get. So 6 related to 1 doesn't imply 1 related to 6. Okay, so that's it. So that's not symmetric. And then similarly, you will do for transitive. Okay, so for transitive again, you can just check it with the help of number. Like one is like you got 6 is related to 1. So you need to check whether you have something started with 1 also. Like if you put 1 here, not possible. If I put 2 comma 2, I think transitive will be the case, isn't that? We won't get so many cases. If I put x as 2, then y is 2. If I put x as 4, not possible. If I put x as 6, then 1, you don't have anything starting with 1. Okay, because if you replace x by 1, you won't get y, which is a natural number. So if 6 comma 1, so you don't have any 1 related to something. You don't have. So you don't have it, that means it's a transitive relation. See, I always say, for a relation to be transitive, the only thing when it won't be transitive, let me tell you, is when A is related to B, B is related to C, but this is not related. Only possible case when a relation won't be transitive, when a relation won't be transitive for rest of the cases. So what am I trying to say here is you got 6 here, 1 here, and there might be so many number here. But since you don't have it, so you don't have B related to C, so you don't need to think. You have just have A related to B, nothing else. So that means it's transitive. Okay, so it's transitive. It's neither reflexive nor symmetric, but it is transitive. Okay. So long answer type. So solve the following system of equation. I think you all can do it. See, what you need to do is you'll say the matrix form. So I'm writing the basic steps here, but your matrix form, equivalent form is AX is equal to B. See, I'm writing the steps which you should write. It's a 5 marker. How many marks is there? 5 marker question. Okay, so where you will say, okay, where matrix A is the matrix of coefficient, we all know it. So 3, 2, 1, and then it's -1, -2, 1, and then it is 1, 3, -1. Okay, and X is the matrix of variables, which is X, Y, Z. It's a column matrix. Similarly, B is a column matrix of the constants in RHS 5, 7, -1. Okay, the first step is we try to get determinant A, which you will get. Of course, this should be non-zero, because if it happens to be non-zero, then you can't solve this system of equation, because then there will be two possibilities: either it will have infinite solution, or it will have no solution. So normally, see, let me tell you what. If you are solving such a question in board examination, you should be sure that you are going to get integral values of x, y, and z. If you don't get integral values, it might be positive, negative, it's fine. But if it's not integral value, you should go back and check your solution. Okay, so that's a normal unsaid rule which CBSE follow, that whenever it will give you such a question, the XYZ values will be integral values. Be very sure about it. Okay, if I try one x1 y minus 1 z1, see, it is satisfying the first one. So x1 y minus 1 z1, yeah, answer that, because it is satisfying both the equations. So answer should be, just do it quickly, y minus 1 and z is equal to 1. Okay, just hit and try. Okay, see, now what do we do? So you got it. Then what do? We go for inverse. Okay, A inverse. Why so? Because we say if AX is equal to B, since determinant of A is non-zero, so it's an invertible, A is an invertible matrix, you multiply both the side by A inverse. So you get I times matrix X is equal to A inverse B. So X, identity matrix is I, and A inverse B. So that's what. So you need A inverse. And what is A inverse? A inverse is nothing. How do you get it? By adjoint of A by determinant of A. Now what is adjoint matrix of for any square matrix? It's the matrix of cofactor transpose. So C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31. See, that's a very, very important question. Shortest distance one, solving simultaneous equation, LPP, maximum and max minimum is a very important one. So moving to 30, find a unit vector perpendicular to each of the vector this and this, where they, see, a plus b vector. So add them, we know 4I cap plus 4j cap, that's it. And vector A minus vector B will be 2I cap 2j 2j down plus 4k cap. Now see, if you need a vector which is perpendicular to both the vector, will say let the vector be lambda times A plus B cross A minus B, some vector C. So C vector, what is it? So lambda times I cap j cap, cross product of two vector. Okay, it will give you a direction which is perpendicular to both the vector. That's what we need. And to get lambda, we will equate it with we'll equate the magnitude with 1. Okay, so it's I cap, which is 4 4 0 and 2 0 4. So how much is it? So it's lambda times I cap 16 I cap, and then minus right, minus j cap, again it's 16. How great, 16 j cap, and then for k cap it's minus 8 k cap. Take 8 common, so 8 lambda, so it's 2I cap minus 2 j cap minus k cap. Okay, so since magnitude of c is 1, so it's magnitude of 8 lambda into 3 is 1. So how much is lambda? Mod of lambda is 1 by 24. So lambda is nothing but minus or plus 1 by 24. So you have two such direction. Okay, let's put the value of lambda here and you have the answer. Done, isn't that? So moving to 33rd question. Continuous. See, you have to just find the limit here. Is it going to be a big deal? I don't think so. Limit as x approaches 0, because for continuous function, the value of function at 0, which is given to be k, should be equal to its limiting value at 0. Okay, so to evaluate it, so cos square minus sine square x minus 1 upon under root of x square plus 1 minus 1. See, for numerator at least I will write minus 2 sine square x. I think all of you will agree. I just replace cos square x minus 1 by minus sine square x. Okay. Now for denominator, I will go for rationalization. So I will multiply and divide by under its conjugate, which is x square plus 1 minus 1. And then, of course, in numerator, it will be x square plus 1 plus 1. See, this is not a factor which is disturbing your 0 by 0 form. Isn't that? Which form of limit was that? It was 0 by 0 form. When you put x is equal to 0, you get numerator 0 and denominator also as 0. Okay, but is this the factor when you replace x by 0? Is it giving you 0 answers? No. So that's the factor which is not which is not contributing to 0 by 0 form. In that case, I suggest that replace it by put x is equal to 0 and take it out. So it's 2 times limit x tends to 0 minus 1 gets cancelled 2 times sine x by x whole square, and we all should remember t tends to 0, sine t by t is 1. So sine x by x, as x tends to 0 is 1, its square is also 1, so it's minus 4, so k is minus 4. Okay, in a factory which manufactures molds, machines ABC of 25, 35, 40% of their outputs, 5, 4, 2% are respectively defective. A bolt is random, drawn, found to be defective. What's about to see? It's a Bayes theorem, direct question of Bayes theorem. Okay, a bolt is drawn and is found to be defective. What is the probability that it is being manufactured by machine B? So how do we recognize that a question is a question of Bayes theorem? See, whenever there are sequence of event, at least there are two steps in the experiment. Like here there are two steps. First step is the machine from which you get the product, and second step is to select the product and check whether it's defective or not. Okay, so and if the result of the final step is being told and the question is asked by going a step back from the past, then it's a Bayes theorem question. Okay, so here that's what happening. A product is a bolt is drawn, selected and found to be defective. So you are shown, okay, see, I do an object, I got an object and I'm showing you it's defective object. Now you have to tell me that this object was made by machine B. Now where was it made is a thing of past, isn't that? Now you have a bolt in front of you. So the final step answer result is shown to you, told to you, and the question is being asked by going in the past. So it's a Bayes theorem question. Okay. So and see, we all should remember that Bayes theorem is ultimately a conditional probability. So in that case, so for me, I will say bolt is from machine A, bolt is from machine B, bolt is from machine C. So I will be defining the events. Okay, so I'm not writing it here. You need to write it. Actually, let me write one. So BA represents the event that bolt is manufactured by machine A. Similarly, BB and BC. बच्चों ठीक है. Now, what's the probability of bolt being manufactured by machine A? 25%, 35%, 40%. So percent is probability written in fraction form, 0.25. By bolt is manufactured by machine B, 0.35, and bolt is manufactured by machine C, which is zero point 0.4. You add these probabilities, this one. That means these events are exhaustive events. Okay, because their probabilities add up to give one and moreover they are mutually exclusive. It's not possible that the same bolt is being manufactured by two machines. Not possible. So mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Okay. Now a bolt is drawn and found to be defective. So bolt is defective. Okay. Now, see, now what do we need? We need to evaluate probability that, see, given it's a defective bolt, probability is being manufactured by machine B, BB. It's, as I said, it's a conditional probability. So the formula is D intersection BB over probability of D. Now, if it's a Bayes theorem question, this will be a probability of total probability. It will be a case of total probability. And here it is. Why so? Because probability of getting a defective bolt depends that whether it's being manufactured by machine A or plus, is manufactured by machine B or plus, manufactured by machine C. बच्चों. Okay, now see, just use the formula, the result which you already know. So we know, see, in such cases where you have to find the intersection and where the events are as a sequence, you just can't change the sequence. Of course, first one will be that the which machine manufactured the board. So first is probability that is manufactured by machine A, and then the probability of its being defective. Similarly, probability it to be manufactured by machine B, and then the probability of it to be defective. Similarly, probability to be manufactured by machine C, and then the probability of it being defective. Now we need these probabilities. Three probabilities we already know, but three probabilities we need to get. So this we already know, these three. We need to get these three. So how? Read the question again. Now, of their outputs, 5, 4, 2% are respectively defective board. What does that mean? The probability of having defective board when it's from manufactured by machine A is 0.055%. Probability of defective when it's manufactured by machine B is 0.04%. Probability of it to be defective when it's manufactured by machine C is 0.2%, and that's it. Okay, so we all know the probability. Now see, therefore, just put the value, and I always say not to solve it here, because see, numerator is always one of the term of the total probability. So it's probability of B, which is 0.35. Now put the value 35 into 0.04 divided by, now write everything, 0.25 into 0.05 plus 0.35 into 0.04 plus 0.04 into 0.02, I suppose. Yeah, 0.02. Okay, तो चलिए डेसिमल तो हटा ही लेते हैं, सारे डेसिमल सेम. हाँ, चार 40 होना होगा यहाँ पे, right? Rest is fine. So now, can we have anything common? Of course, we can divide by 5, we can divide by 4, at least by 5, so 7. So चलिए 7 into 4 by 5 into 5 plus 7 into 4 plus 8 into 2. That's it. Now you can solve it to get the answer. So that's a question, a very important question on base theorem. So that's it. I think this you people can do. Continuity function, we have already done such question. Different. See, let me tell you all. Modulus never disturb continuity of any function. So if a function is continuous, its modulus function will also be continuous. But it may disturb for linear polynomial function. It disturbs the differentiability. So mod of x minus 9 won't be differentiable, non-differentiable at the point where this term gets 0 at x is equal to 9. So it is continuous because all polynomial functions are continuous. Hence their mod will be continuous. But for differentiability, okay, you need to check it. And how do we check it? So we'll write fx to be using the definition which says mod of t is t when t is greater than equal to 0 and minus t when t is less than 0. So fx is x minus 9 when x is greater than equal to 9 and minus times x minus 9 when x is less than 9. Now just write f dash x, which is 1 when x is greater than 9 and minus 1. So are the derivative both sides equal? Answer is no. Okay, on left side of 9, the derivative is minus 1, on right side is 1. So non-differentiable. So this is how you can do it. Okay. So similarly, find the derivative of the function. I think this we can do it easily. So that's it. Building to become the form of triangular pyramid as shown in the figure. Angular points are 0, 3. G is the point of intersection of the medians of triangle BCD. So see, median of triangle BCD. So triangle BCD, मान लीजिए base है आपका BCD. Okay, so you have to just find its median G. So G is nothing but the, what do we call, centroid of this triangle. And since we know all the vertices of the triangle, we know G. Find the coordinates. It's at the centroid. x1 plus x2 plus x3 y3, y1 plus y2 plus y3. Similarly, find the length of the vector AG. So you know that AG vector is nothing but rather OG vector minus OA vector. And this, if you, the coordinates of the point, if you wish to write in vector form, so it represents 0i cap plus j cap plus 2k cap is position vector. Similarly, for this point B, its position vector will be 3i cap plus k cap. For C, its position vector will be 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. So like this, you can do it and then find its magnitude. Find the area of the triangle ABC. See how to find the area. So say ABC, get vector AB, get vector AC, and to find area, use half times magnitude of AB cross AC. That's it. Simple, isn't that? And then what will the sum of the length that we can do? Okay, so consider relation this on the basis find the domain and the range. See, for domain it's a very simple one. Natural number है तो आपने x1 रखा तो y हो गया आपका 22. You put x is equal to 2, y will be 20. Similarly, so domain will be 1, 2, 3 until the largest value will be 12. No, 11. 11 to 22, because y can't be 0. Both are natural number. See, so the all possible value of x, the first entry of the ordered pair gives you domain, and all possible values of y. So y, so since 24 is even, 2x is even, y has to be even. So it's 2, 4, 6 until 22. That's it. So that's the domain, and whether relation is equivalence relation or not, that we can check. So okay, so it won't be equivalence relation. Why so? Because see, it won't be symmetric, it won't be reflexive. So it does for every natural number you have x related to x answer. No, again, there's only one x which is related, and 3x is equal to 24, x is equal to 8. So x is equal to 8 is the only x which has 8 comma 8 as an ordered pair of the relation. So it's not reflexive, it can't be equivalence. Okay, on the basis of following of the probability of occurrence of E, I think ये कहीं और से आ गया है. That's it. Okay, so that's it for today, and with all the best wishes, bacho. One last thing I will say, still you have one day. If you are watching this video today, or maybe if tomorrow, then see, last moment, last hours. I'm not talking about the morning of 8th morning. I'm talking about tomorrow or today's tomorrow, I mean 7th night. And the last thing which you should do is spend last hour 1 2 hours in revising all the results, all the formula, bacho. Okay, so do it, and then be confident before going to the examination hall. My best wishes are with you, and entire team best wishes are with you, बच्चों. चलिए, have a great day and have a great paper on it. चलिए, with all the best wishes, bye.